Hello, second graders. Welcome to math class. Whoops. Let's see. Here it is. That's what I'm looking for. Alrighty. Welcome to math class, students. Today, we are going to work a little bit more with subtracting. But today we're going to subtract 3-digit numbers instead of just 2-digit numbers. So let's see if we're ready for math. Do we have our fact practice packet? Got mine right here. Do we have our textbook? Got my textbook here. Do we have our workbook? Got my workbook, paper, whiteboard, pencil, place value chart. If you don't have these things, go ahead and pause the video and go and get them and then come back. All right, so today we are going to look at page 5 in our fact practice packet. And you will notice that we are doing some adding with some regrouping. Regrouping. Well, this regrouping is actually another word for, in our math book, they call it renaming. And really what that means is sometimes we have too many digits in one place, in one spot in our place value chart, sort of. So like, for example, this one, if I drew my lines here and I was thinking about, oh, here are my 1s and here are my 10s, if I have 9 plus 7, let's see, 9 plus 7, I know that's 16. Can I put 16 here in the ones place? I can't. I can only put one digit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 110 over here and then the 6 ones here. Okay, so that is what they mean by regrouping or renaming. It's just kind of a fancy word or words that means when we have too many in one place, then we have to rename it as, it's not just 16 ones, although it could be 16 ones, but we can't put 16 ones in the ones place. So we have to put 110 and 6 ones. But we know 110 and 6 ones is the same as 16. And we are going to be learning about this very soon, but I just wanted to mention that because our fact practice packets say adding with some regrouping or renaming. So if you're wondering what that means, that is what that means when we have too many in a certain spot, because you can only have one digit in each place. You can only have one digit in the ones place, one digit in the tens place, and one digit in the hundreds place. Now with this one, we don't have any hundreds. So anywho, that is what that means. We're going to talk more about that another time. But for this fact practice, remember your goal is 1 or 2 minutes, maybe 30 seconds. Let's see, last time, Miss Taylor, I did this in 38 seconds. I think I could do this one faster because I am a little bit stronger with my addition facts and I've been practicing all week. And today is Friday, so I am feeling like, ooh, my brain is getting stronger because I've been practicing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my timer here. Let's see how fast Miss Taylor can do it. How fast do you think I can do it? I mean, some of these are not too tricky. 2 plus 1, 1 plus 6. Adding 1, I'm pretty good at adding 1, as you all are probably good at adding 1 also. So let's see, I'm going to just scoot this over so I have a little bit more space. Well, I guess maybe want to see the timer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think I can do this in less than 30 seconds. Ready? Oh, almost 32 seconds. All right, well, that's not bad, not too bad. Not too bad, Miss Taylor. I'm going to write my time here. 32 seconds. Okay. I keep trying to get better and better each day. I'm competing against only myself. So if you are doing this with a friend, I know some of you are kind of working together. Remember, you're only competing against yourself. And you know something I've forgotten the past couple of times, make sure you check your work when you're finished. So remember, we have all the answers on the backside, and the reason that we have the answers is so we can check our work right away. It's really good for our brains. So I can check 3, 10, 5, 9, 13. 3, 10, 5, 9, 13. Yep, nice job. 12, 10, 3, 16, 7. 12, 10, 15, 16, 7. Oh, look at that. I made a mistake. This one. Ooh, what was I doing here? Yeah, I was adding. Ooh, good thing I checked. Okay, so that should be 15. Let's see. I thought I remembered when I was down here. I thought, did I just subtract? I think I did. Oh, 14, 9, 8, 6, 9. 14, 9, 8, 6, 9. 6, 4, 17, 11, 9. And okay, I think these last ones are good, but yeah, remember to check those answers. I've kind of been forgetting that a little bit. So there's our fact practice for today. We are going to look at page 37 today. Okay, in our textbook. So on page 37, we have a problem up here at the top. So today we're going to practice adding, or excuse me, subtracting a 3-digit number. Yesterday we did a little bit of practice, but we were practicing just subtracting a 2-digit number. So we start with a 3-digit number, hundreds, tens, and ones. And last time we were subtracting just a 2-digit number. So today we're going to make it a little harder, and we are going to subtract a 3-digit number, or a 3-digit number from another 3-digit number. Okay, so we're going to start with 376. So they've put that on their chart here, 376. And I'm going to put it on our chart here. And I think for now, I'm going to write on my chart with my whiteboard marker so that we can cross them off like they did. Okay, so we're going to start with 300. 370. There's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. So we have 376. Okay. So there is our 376. And I'm also going to show you, that's what it looks like on our place value for now. But I'm also going to show you what it's going to look like if we write it with numbers the vertical algorithm way. So 376 minus 152. So really trying to line up our ones under our other ones and our tens under the other tens and then our hundreds. And if you wanted to do this, it's always a prudent idea to do, here's your ones and your tens and your hundreds. I like to draw an arrow to remind myself we always start in the ones place and we always start at the top. And that's important for, in a little while, we're going to do some renaming or regrouping, as our fact practice calls it. And if we don't start at the top, we're going to get pretty confused. So that is just really kind of a good habit for us to start doing. Okay, so we have 6 ones minus 2 ones. And we know if we have 6 and we take away 2, we get 4, because we know 4 plus 2 makes 6. Alrighty, so here's our 6 ones. We took away 2, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 left. There we go. Okay, let's move over to the tens place. Now we have 7 tens, and we're going to take away 5 tens. So if we go to our chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, and we're going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means we're left with 1, 2. 2 tens. Okay, and then finally we're going to move over here to the hundreds place. We have 3 hundredths. We're going to take away 100. So we have 3 hundredths. We're going to take away 100, and that leaves us with 2 hundredths. And then again, we can kind of check our answer because 2 plus 1 makes 3. 2 plus 5 makes 7. So we talked about this maybe a week ago, that addition and subtraction are opposites. They are inverse operations. Ooh, there's a fun term for us. You can say it at parties and people will be impressed. So addition and subtraction are opposites. And there's a fancy word for opposites when we're talking about math, inverse operations. So subtraction and addition, these are inverse operations. So if we subtract, we can use adding to check our answer. If we add, then we can kind of use subtraction to help us. They work together. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 makes 6. So if we had made a little mistake here, let's say, for example, we thought, oh, 7 minus 3, or 7 minus 5 is 3, perhaps we thought. And then when we were checking our work, we would say, well, let's see, 4 plus 2 makes 6. 3 plus 5 makes 8. Oh, wait a second. 3 plus, oh, that's not right. 2 plus 5 makes 7. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So we can kind of use that to help us. Okay, so that is how we do our 3-digit subtraction. So there are a few problems here that I would like you to try. You don't need to try all of them, but try a few of them. And you can see here that they are written the horizontal way, the side-to-side way. I would like you to try writing them the vertical way, the up and down way. And remember, we always start in the ones place and we always start at the top. And we can draw our lines to separate. That's a really prudent idea. And then we can use addition to help us check our answers. So let's see, our homework for today is page 44. And today we just have one page to do today. And the reason we are only doing one page is because I want us to be really nice and neat and careful on this one page. And then next week, we are going to spend a little bit more time going through all of our steps to solve word problems and just being really careful and going step by step. And then we're going to do this page another time. So we're not going to do this page yet because we really want to practice what we've learned today about subtracting 3-digit numbers. And if we really take our time today, it's going to be easier for us when we start doing our subtracting when we have to rename or regroup. So you might be thinking, oh, Miss Taylor, this is not so tricky for me. Well, that's probably good news right now because it is going to get a little harder. We're going to have to use some more fortitude. And so it's a good idea to use patience right now and really form some good habits of drawing a line between our ones and tens and hundreds. It's a really good idea to form the habit of always starting in the ones place, always starting at the top. And if we have those habits, when we do some of the harder stuff, it's going to make it a lot easier for us. And some students who don't form those habits, it can be quite frustrating later. And I don't want you to be frustrated. So let's do the first one together. So we have 7 minus 2 is 5. Let me see, is that right? 5 plus 2 makes 7. Yep. And then in our tens place, we have 3 tens minus 3 tens. 3 minus 3 is 0. Is that right? 0 plus 3 makes 3. Yep. And then in our hundreds, 4 hundreds minus 100. 300. Let's see. 3 plus 1 makes 4. Yep. Check. That means I checked my work. I used the inverse operation to help me check. So we were subtracting. I used addition to help me check. All right. And then after we do this page at the bottom, a way of checking our answers, kind of another way of checking our answers is it says to join the dots by following the order of the answers above. So we're going to start here and, oh, look at that. Was our first answer 305? Oh, yes, it was. I wonder what our next answer is going to be. So if our next answer, I'm wondering if this is going to be our next answer. I wonder. So you're going to follow the order. So the order of the answers above. So this is our first answer. If our second answer is this one, then we're going to connect the dots. But if our second answer is this one, then we're going to go this way. So it could be this way, it could be this way. So we'll have to see. Whatever the answer is to part B, well, why don't we go ahead and do it? I just really want to know. How about you? Okay, let's try one more together because I really want to know what's next. Okay, so 6 ones minus 4 ones, 2 ones. 7 tens minus 0 tens, 7 tens. 2 hundreds minus 100. Oh, 172. Okay, let me check. Oh, yep, it was that one. I was kind of predicting that might be that one. Then we're going to draw our line here. Okay, so whatever the answer is to part C, then you're going to connect those dots to the next one. Okay? All right. Have a fabulous rest of your day, mathematicians, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful weekend, too.